yesterday, this is the next day. Well, for one thing, the sound, well, I lost the sound, but I put the starter on the car and it wouldn't start. So right now I got the, and I'll show you how I did it. So here's the old starter that I kept. So it's on the lead here and it's grounded. So I did charge this battery up during the night. Take this one off. It doesn't spin. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's not spinning. Charged battery. It's the old starter. Here's the newest starter I have. I took this one off because it wasn't engaging. And that's another story. But anyway, so here's the new one. Ground it. I hit the lead. Nothing. I'm trying to hold it. This is the positive. You hear the click? It's a battery tester. So I'm just going to tell you what it says. It just puts a load on the battery. I don't know if you can see it. So right now it's 12 point, almost 13. So you're supposed to hold this for 10 seconds. So anyway, it's staying in the green. Here's a way you can test your cables. I'm going to hook the cables. Then I'm going to hook to the battery. So basically, I'm just putting the cables in between the starter. We'll just call that the starter. Now you're just gonna take my word for it. So it's in the green. If I do it right now, I don't know if you can see that, but it goes all the way down to weak. These cables are not conducting enough amperage to start the starter. So I got some new cables that I had for a while. Let's see if these are any good. So this one spins, so it worked. I just had a bad connection. So these cables are good. This starter, it spins, it engages, but the teeth are all rounded off. So I'll get the new starter. These teeth are still good. So again, this is the new one, but that was the problem with this one. If you can replace that gear, I don't know. But still, I got a good motor, I just have bad teeth. when you're doing diagnosis, I mean, let's just say you're trying to start your car. You got the key switch, you got the wire down to the solenoid or to the starter, you got the cables. The best way to diagnose anything is get rid of everything in between. So when I did the battery right to the starter, as close as I possibly could, it worked. So that told me I had bad wires. I got the alternator off that came off the 302. Battery, says right on it, battery, field, and ground. And STA, which I guess is standard. So I guess this is really 4-wire, if you count the ground. But I had to get it off to see what it was. Yeah, that's gonna be a bunch of pieces of information here, but that cable I was just making, it's gonna go from here to here, again, from here to the starter. The ground is gonna go from here. I was just looking where it was stock, so I'm just gonna put it right to here. So this would usually go to the firewall. Yeah, I decided to come over to the 289 and see how they had their ground run. So again, this is the front of the engine. Luckily I didn't disconnect it. They got it right into the block right there. Like I was saying, so from the battery to the front of the block, and back here they got a little teeny ground to the firewall. I decided to try to make my own battery cables. So this one goes to the block, like I was saying. That's gonna make a long one to go to this thick lug. So as for this, I decided I don't know what I'm doing. So again, this is a 69 302. So I ordered a 69 30 LTD wiring diagram. It was only 25 bucks. I mean, once I know, but I just don't know right now. Okay, so I was going to just buy cables, but I decided I wanted to make them. Just because I've never done it before. There's my drawing. So I'll probably fast forward through all this. And I got it over here, you can't see it, I got a hydraulic crimper. I made one like this, but after having trouble jumping that starter I decided I wanted to go with a thicker wire. It's number 2. So I'll probably fast forward this and cut out a lot. The instructions. 1 gauge, 2 gauge, use number 30 die, or 35 die. So I squeeze it up here first, and then it left kind of a cone, and I squeezed that, and it left this piece I can just grind off. But man, that's a solid connection. I think I need a way to hold this thing. This is an awkward thing. I'm gonna rig up something to hold that in place. So I'm just going to tell you out if you're interested in this, but it's got all kinds of dies. Okay, now I gotta put the starter back in. Rush, there's never a rush for me. I'm retired, my rush days are over. Okay, so this thing's in my way. So everything's loose. So that's why I made it so I could remove it. There, now I got plenty of room. But that's the hookup. But for tonight, I'm just going to disconnect the battery. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw this in. I just saw this on YouTube. And I don't know if this holds true for all cars, but it probably does. So you see this vacuum advance? It's on the right side, pointing that way. This is a counter spinning distributor. So the firing order is like that. Okay, so I've been wondering how to hook up this alternator and the other parts, like the regulator. But anyway, so I got this book off of Amazon, off of eBay. Charging system, this is off of 69. That's the way I'm figuring this out anyway. Anyway, the point I'm getting at is I got what I need now. I just have to kind of decipher this. Anyway, this one shows the ignition switch. I did fix this spark plug, no problem. It cleaned it out really easy. Well, I noticed this hose clamp here was out, they had it on out here. So to bypass this is the return line. I just took it off of there. Cut these and snap these zip ties off of here. This hose out of here. Just gonna run this hose back into here. So I need a hose clamp. The hose clamps are missing out the other end. Okay, that's done. Now I got this, while I'm here, I got this this fuel filter. So just for now, I'm gonna go like that. I better not, because I don't have a hose clamp. I'll forget and it'll squirt all over the place. So for bypassing this, I just took 2 nuts off of here. So on the left, it's a 5/8 18 and a 1/2 inch 20 fine. So I just need to get a connection to tie into that so I can loop it together. And I'll just go to the local hardware store. I think I'm gonna do that now just to get it over with. So I need these 2, a hose clamp. I'm just thinking what else. Get that damn thing solved. I'm getting closer. Like I say, I only work when I feel like it, and right now I feel like doing this.